Hey, what's up? It's John with Superfly. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to edit the animated blurb feature that we put in a lot of our child themes. And I'll be adding this to some of the other child themes in the future here. But here's an example of it in this child theme called Minima that I'm working on right now. So the blurb title comes in, description, and a link. Just to show other examples. This is another one of our child themes. Here it is in this one. And this is using the Blurb module. In the future, I'm releasing this is a site I'm working on right now for a large church, but I'll be releasing how to do this, which is not using a blurb. It's using, two text modules and one button module. So I'll be keeping an eye out for that tutorial. If it's not on our YouTube, it will be here in a couple weeks. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of out of that one. All right, so how to edit this? So on the builder side, it looks short and not quite the right height, and that's just how it is in here. But you can go in here and edit the blurb, your title, and your text. But the learn more part is actually done in code. So let's hop over and to the CSS and show where that's at. So there's this blurb links section in the CSS here. And I'll just go through it. So I'll make sure we have our Divi theme options here in case we want to override any of this. Okay, so initially this is setting the minimum height of the blurb here. If your text goes beyond this, then of course it'll extend past that. But that's the minimum height. So obviously you can, and I'll obviously inspect this too, so we can make some of these changes right here. There we go. Here it is. So blurb link min height line 290 over here. Line 290 blurb link min height padding. So this is where you can say, hey, no, let's just do 300 or 500, 600, 900, and have these really big. Let me move both these over here like this. Have these really tall ones, or you can use a percentage. I think. Let me see if we can use a percentage. But you probably wouldn't want to do that because you want to keep in mind the content that you have in there. So that's where you can set that. And then, padding is all the way around, how much space around the stuff here. So obviously if you set that to 0, you're going to have no padding, right? So 50 is probably a good spot. But you can adjust that how you want. Let's see what else here. This is just setting the position of the heading. So let me go ahead and turn this on here. All right, and then we'll go into it. Blurb content, container, the header here. So the header is getting moved. Oh, I see. Yeah, it has a starting position. And then it comes in. So its starting position for the header is -50, and then when you hover over, it goes to 0, and that's what causes the heading to slide down. So that's what that does, and it fades it in as well. And you're going to see that, yeah, it starts. Here's the header, comes from the top. And it fades in as well. Because on hover, it comes in to 0 top, fades all the way in. Same thing with the description. It started out it comes in from the left. So you could change these to come down from, like, for example, let me grab this instead of description. Instead of coming in from the left, let's say it came from the top as well. And then on hover, you know, we want it to come top 0. Okay, so now they're both gonna come from the top instead of from the left. I like from the left, but I'm just showing you what it does. And then same thing, yeah, it comes in, has a little bit of delay on it. Blurb link after. This is what makes these buttons actually. So the content is learn more. So you could change this to say something else. Like let's go ahead and inspect this here. It's in this after piece here. So, you know, you could say sign up instead. Now it's going to change all 4 of them, but you could give each one of these columns a unique class and go in and target it that way and have each one say something different if you want. So let me show you how I would do that, because that might be something that you want to do. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to go into the row, and I'm going to call this one, let's say, sign up. I mean, you can call it whatever you want. And this one I'll say, oh, got to go into the column here. This one I'll say register. All right, go ahead and save this. Come out here, refresh, and nothing's going to change. But if I go in my CSS now, and I'm going to grab this here, and I'm just going to come down. I'm just going to come down after all of this right here, just so I have just some room. And only thing I'm going to change is the content. So, all right, let me look at this one more time. So now our module still has the blurb link class. And then if we go, but right above it, you can see sign up right here. So I'm just going to say sign up. And if I wanted to get really specific, I could say et_pb_column dot sign up and then a space blurb link, right? I think that's what yep. And let's say sign up's going to say sign up now. And then the register one, we'll just copy this and change this to register. And we'll say register today. Sign up now, register today, learn more, learn more. So that's how you would do that if that interests you. Okay, and then finally the colors. So let me go back up here. And then we'll look at tablet and mobile. So obviously here's as far as the button goes, this red color here on the button, that's being set right here, background color white. And then the red background color, where is that coming from? That's actually in the Divi builder. So if I go into this blurb, come down here to background, hover, there you go. There's the background color there. I'm going to copy this here and just throw it up. I'm just going to paste it up here. And I'll change this 90%. I'll change this one to pink, bring it down to 90% or whatever I think. Call that good. But now what about this image? So the overlay colors is in the blurb module. Go to background and then go to hover state, and that's where you find that color. But the background images are in the rows themselves. So in the column here, background, there's my background image that I can change to something else. All right, so let's save this page now. And you can see this one now comes in pink. The button still has the red text. So in the same way that I changed the the name of the text, you could target the same way and change the color. Each one of these could be a different color, or you could just change the text to black and then change each of your colors to something different, the overlay color. So I'm going to put that back how it was. Let me go ahead and grab this color again. Background, my hover state. Paste that in. That's what I want. Great. Save that. Okay. And then let's keep working down. So that's the learn more. Oh, font family too. That's where you change that. Font weight, all this stuff here. And then we get into the media queries here. So what happens now is, let me go ahead and go down to tablet here. All right, here we are on Divi tablet. Come down to that section. And since there's really no hover on a tablet, like there's really, like you can't really hover like a mouse. So what I'm doing is I'm just saying, hey, no more, if someone sticks on there for a while, like presses and holds, it'll trigger the effect, that most people don't do that. So what I'm basically saying is, hey, on tablet, let's bring that in. So I think how I'm doing that is, let me go to tablet here, and then let me go into the module, and now we're tablet. So there's no, instead of the hover state, we're on the tablet mode. This is the color that you put in, and you do that for all 4 blurbs. Piece of cake on that. And then what else I'm doing on tablet is 980 I'm fine, but when it gets down to 767, so like I'm happy with these heights here on tablet. Here's an iPad, for example, 100%. Let me get down here to it. I'm happy with that. I could change that if I wanted to, but I'm overall happy with it. But when it gets down to here, you may have to change that minimum height. So originally it was 400. Now it's going to be 350. So if you wanted to change this for tablet, you just come up here, and add this and get rid of that padding. You can change this minimum height to something else. So that's how you would change that. And it looks like I got a couple formatting things to fix here. So I'm going to fix those right after this video. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah, that's going to be it for the blurb link that we use on a lot of our child themes. Like I said, this one's still in development, hence the couple formatting issues, but I'll get those fixed up. All right, thanks for joining me. Cheers.